This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so good morning all and welcome back to the session. This is Big Data Masters program. In the previous session, we have gone through with a certain basic operation from the PySpark side. Recap to PySpark session that is on data frame, and it was the third session on the data frame perspective from the data frame perspective. So in yesterday's session, what we have seen, how to define the schema, with DDL string and programmatically approach. So we have seen it. Then moving further, what we have seen, how to refer the column, how to refer column or columns in PySpark. So that is nothing but selecting different columns in order to perform the operations on top of those columns. Third, what we have seen with column clause and distinct clause. Okay, so with column clause as going to create a new column. If you are willing to create new column, so you can utilize with column clause. Or if you want to find out the distinct values, unique values from the given data frame, then what you can do, you can utilize the distinct clause. This is the stuff what we have seen in our previous session. Okay, moving further, in today's session, that is onto the data frame, and session onto the data frame will be 4. So the first clause that we are going to see, that will be with column renamed, okay. So it might be possible that you are having certain columns, and you just need to change the name of a particular column or multiple columns. It is based upon your day-to-day functionality. Say uh, say you are having a column name, say the analysis, so you just want to change it the DCR analysis. So how you will be able to do in PySpark? So what we are having, with column renamed clause is there, with column renamed function is there, and with the help of this we will be able to change the name of a particular column. So how it is possible, just have a look. So what we are having this particular data frame. Okay, this is the boilerplate code. Let me just copy it and create the another file, and then we will move with that particular file, and it will be PySpark practice session 6. Let me copy the name. It then we will be having the session 7. So I'm going to create a new file, and this will be the new file, and let me paste the boilerplate code. Boilerplate code is nothing but the session creation and having a data frame. On top of this particular data frame, we will be working. So what we are having a data frame. Okay, first what we have done over here, we are having certain imports, and then what we have done, we have defined the schema. Okay, sorry, we have defined the session, or we have built the session that is nothing but the entry point to the Spark cluster. Okay, so we have defined the Spark session, and then over here we have defined the schema, and we are having certain data in this particular file, and what we will do, we will read it with standard data read API, and the schema will be this one. And over here I'm trying to list the top 20 records from this particular data set. So just have a look, and I can change the application name processing uh, step 2, what I can say, step 2. Okay, so the execution has been started, and soon we will be able to see top 20 records from this particular file. Okay, so these are the top 20 records from this particular file. Right. Now let me try to select certain columns. Okay, copy certain some more portion, and let me try to copy this particular portion and paste it over here. And what it is going to do, what is it is going to provide me? So df, let me take the df, sorry, df, and df dot with column analysis, drop call rate is this one. And okay, so what I'm going to do over here, I'm working on top of this particular column. Okay, that is drop call rate, and if the drop call rate is greater than 2, so it is going to provide me a new column name with the name analysis. And what will be the content for this particular column, what will be the records, uh, that will be like, if the DCR is greater than 2, it will be DCR high, and if otherwise it will be low. So just have a look. So new df2, let me comment this and just have a look. So we will be having one more column in this particular data frame with name analysis, and the value for this particular column will be DCR high and DCR low. Okay, so just have a look. Okay, so we are able to see the analysis column in this particular data frame. Okay, okay, if we are going to apply certain transformations, then it is going to provide me another data frame. So I'm having this particular data frame new df underscore 2, and I'm having another column in like new column added in this particular data frame, that is with the name analysis. Okay, so now what I just want to change the name of this particular column. Like analysis is given, that is perfectly fine, I have given this particular name. But suppose you are having certain analysis, and now you want to change the name of this particular column. Okay, it might be a need. Okay, say you need to change the name of a particular column, you need to after like certain analysis and all, so you are willing to change the name. So we are having with column clause inside the PySpark, and we can utilize that with column clause, and we will be able to change the name of this particular column. So how it will be done? So what we are having new df2, okay, new df2 dot with column renamed. So what we are having with column renamed. Okay, so what it is providing, existing column and then new column. Okay, so existing column and new column. So the syntax what it will be was, we just need to provide the existing column name and the new column name. So existing column name is analysis, okay, with column rename. Analysis is there, and analysis I want to change, say DCR analysis. Okay, so DCR analysis. Okay, DCR analysis will be the new column name, and dot show. Okay, I'm just trying to show over here. Otherwise, another, you can say, what I can do, I can you can say pass it in another data frame, and then I will apply the show function over there. You can take it in this way. Say new df underscore say 3. Okay, new df underscore 3, that will be underscore 3, sorry, not the plus, it will be underscore 3, and it will be like this. Perfect. And then what I can do, I can apply dot show onto this particular data frame. Okay, so it depends on you, like how you are going to utilize or visualize this particular outcome. But in production environment, dot show is not utilized. Okay, in order to have the analysis, we are working in this particular way, but dot show take these particular functions are not utilized once we are working onto the production environment. A production environment is nothing but, say, we have tested our code and now it has been deployed. So what is the use of dot show function over there? What it will do, it will capture top 20 records and pass these top 20 records towards the driver side. And driver is working on the monolithic way, so we don't want to pass certain data towards the driver where we are not having the benefit of parallelism. So these particular functions are not utilized inside the production environment. For learning perspective, for writing the code perspective, that is perfectly fine. Okay, because until unless we are not able to visualize the data outcome, okay, we will not be able to move on. So during designing of application, okay, writing the code for an application, that is perfectly fine. Okay, once the application is complete, like you have tested it thoroughly by each and everything, okay, from all the perspective the application is working perfectly, then you can remove these particular things. So just have a look. I have started the execution, and now what I will get is, in place of analysis, I will be getting the DCR analysis. That will be the new column name. Just have a look. We are talking about with column renamed functionality. And this is nothing but DCR analysis. Okay, so with the help of with column renamed, you will be able to change the name of an existing column. Okay, and it is working perfectly. We have seen it, we have tested it practically. So let me write it down over here. Okay, with column renamed, df dot with column renamed, and what it will be, old column and new column name. Okay, so this is the syntax in order to work with column renamed functionality. Syntax. And from the code perspective, this is what we have done now. Okay, so new data frame 2, new df underscore 2 is the existing data frame. On top of this, we have utilized the with column renamed functionality. And now the analysis is the existing column and DCR analysis is the new name for this particular column. Okay, now you might be having a doubt in your mind. Okay, like if we need to change the name of multiple columns, then how we will be proceeding in that particular scenario. So how to move with that particular scenario if you are willing to change the name of multiple columns or more than one columns? So how that particular stuff can be done? How you will be able to do? Any guess? Rohit, Vikas, Gaurav, Naresh, any guess how you will be able to do once you are working with multiple once you are willing to change the name of multiple columns in one go? Guys, any guess?
Multiple old column name and multiple new column name can be given.
Put into key value pair, I think.
Okay, so it will be very simple. What you just need to do, Okay, so you just need to repeat this particular portion. Okay, let me try to copy this. Let me first mention it over here. Okay, change name, changing name of multiple columns. Okay, so how it can be done? The syntax, what it will be? Syntax, what it will be? You just need to repeat this particular portion. Old column name 2 and new column name 2. Okay, and old column name, new column name 1, old column name 1. Okay, so in this particular way we will be able to change the name of multiple columns. So let me try to copy this particular piece, and what we are having this particular portion. Let me repeat it over here, and now what I want to change the name of, say, uh, drop call rate. Okay, so drop call rate is the existing column, and what I can do, say, DCR. Okay, I'm just willing to change drop call rate with DCR. So just have a look. Let me comment this one and paste this particular portion over here, and let me start the execution. Okay, so it's very simple. You just need to repeat this particular portion and the syntax will remain same. Old column name and new column name, old column name, new column name. Okay, and just have a look what we are able to get after performing this particular operation. So we have started the execution, and just have a look. So this has been changed to DCR, and what we are having, the another column, that is DCR analysis. So previously it was drop call DCR drop call rate, and it was analysis. Now the names of both of these two columns has been changed, and how it is possible? Just because of the with column renamed clause. Just have a look and ask if you are having any doubt on to with column renamed functionality.
Oh, sure. Fine so far.
Fine,
Fine.
perfect. Data, and let me try to mention the data. Okay, so data one. Let me mention. So next, what I'm going to do, how to deal with missing data. To deal with missing data in PySpark. That is missing value or missing record handling. Okay, so we will be moving with certain data. So I'm going to create certain dummy records. The Rohit is there, and say let me take the age. Okay, so 35. Then what we are having, 2. Then say Gaurav is there, and say 36. 3. Okay, so what we are having, none, and say 37. 4. Say Naresh, and say none. Okay, so I'm going to create certain missing records. So
ठीक है, चलो मैं करता हूँ.
Okay, so we are having this particular data. Okay, and let me try to comment the previous portion. Mention the data over here. Okay, and let me visualize it in a better way. Okay, perfect. So we are having this particular data. This is nothing but dummy data. Okay, and what I can do, I can create the schema on top of this, say columns. I can define the schema in this particular way as well. Okay, that is not recommended. To be very frank, I'm going to define, but this is not recommended. Proceed with the programmatically and a DDL string approach. So name and say age. Okay, so this is nothing but the columns, or what I can say schema. These are nothing but the column names. Now what I can do, df equal to spark dot create data frame, and what I can do, pass data and this particular schema, that is nothing but the column name. Okay, and df dot show. Okay, just have a look. So we will be having the data frame.
Ashok,
Mm-hmm.
hello.
Yes,
Acha,
yes, Vikas.
you define the column name here, ID name is. So the
Mm.
schema it will take by automatically like it is integer, string, is string,
Yes,
age
yes,
is
yes,
string.
yes.
It take
Yeah,
automatically,
it
huh?
will take. Yeah, it will take automatically. So what is the issue?
Can
Inside the
can you
section,
run the
it is.
command this one print schema that one?
Yeah. I will run. No need to worry.
Uh,
So comma
okay.
is missing. So let me start the execution again. One comma was missing. So it was throwing error. Just have a look. So we are having ID, name, and age, and ID is this one, name is this one, and age is this one. And once where we have mentioned the none, so it is providing null. So from the name perspective, over here null is there, and inside the Naresh is record, so it
Uh,
is providing me null.
Acha,
Okay,
Ashok,
let me.
one thing here, like we are
Mm-hmm.
mention the none. If we are not
Mm-hmm.
mention the none and we can keep the empty, like it will
It will throw
automatically
error.
take null.
No, it will throw error.
But in raw data having like for example, if suppose they are not mentioning the none and all,
We
so
need
we need
to
to
we need
define.
to we need to define inside with respect to the inside the schema. Okay, so we need to define like nullable true, that particular stuff we need to handle smartly.
Can you
Okay,
give some example after this if possible?
yeah, I will. Okay, just have a look. So id is of long type, name is of string type, age is of long type. Now the issue with this particular approach, what it will be, it has taken long, id as long and age is as long. Okay, and nullable it has taken as true. Okay, nullable true. So that is fine. Now, if we have defined it as integer, so definitely integer is going to occupy less space inside the memory. Okay, and long is going to occupy more space inside the memory. Basically, say we are having certain data types. Okay, data types are designed in such a way so that they are able to handle different kinds of data. And say if we are working with integer, it will be able to work with two bytes. Once we are having long, then we need to have say 4 bytes. So it is going to occupy more space once we are having the long as a data type. Once we are having long as a data type, then it is going to occupy more space inside the memory, right? So if we have defined it as integer, then definitely this particular issue will not be there, and we will be able to save some space. And like if we are having if we need to scan from the more memory or more disk space is there, then that is going to take more time. Okay, so latency will be a little bit high over there, but like this is another way in order to define the schema. That's why like I have moved with this particular approach. Okay, now say if you have mentioned it as none. Okay, none. So it is not going to take. Okay, so it is not going to take this particular stuff. Like it will throw error. It is expecting certain stuff over here in order to provide the records. If you are mentioning it in this particular way, okay, say certain stuff is there. So it will consider it as a blank space. Just have a look. Okay, just have a look. Right? Vikas, Gaurav, Rohit,
but but
Naresh.
eh, but it's not given the error, na? It's give the output. It would like it will
But
give the error.
like you will not be able to have the required outcome. It is taking it as a space. Okay.
Uh,
It is expecting certain data is there in at this particular position. Okay.
And
So we need
suppose if we are having very data in the bulk like 1 TB, 2 TB, and multiple
okay, at that moment
MB.
at that moment at that moment this particular approach is not utilized. Then you will be reading the data, okay, with standard data read API. And when you are
Okay.
going to read the data with standard data read API, then it is
Mhm.
going to take that particular blank record as a null. Okay, that
Okay.
is
Okay.
the functionality of data read API, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you
Means
can
while creating the schema at that time, we can
yes,
define
yes,
null.
let me show you. Let me show you.
Okay. Okay.
Let me
Yeah,
show you.
please. Thanks.
Let me show you. So what we are having this particular data. So over here, how many records are there? We are having 1934 records. Okay, okay, perfect. Let me do the execution now. Okay, just have a look. Null, 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 null. Right? Are you
Right.
able to
So
see all of
yes, yes,
you? Okay,
yes, yes.
so it will work. Okay, so once you are using standard data read API, then no need to worry. It will consider the null records and all. No need to
It's
worry on to that
automatically
particular
detect.
side. Yes, yes, yes.
Hello. Mm-hmm.
Right. So let me move with the example what we are having over here. Okay. I have moved like with this particular small data because it will be good to have the analysis on top of this. Okay, we will be able to analyze it. We have we can move with this particular BBS data, but it will be like we are having 1934 records in that particular data set. So visibility will be less. Like you will not be able to get each and everything. Okay, from this particular data, so I'm going to say specify, like say I'm going to drop the NA. Okay, so it is going to drop this one and this one. We will be able to recognize that the outcome from this particular data will be this one. Okay, so you can work with me onto the small data in order to have the understanding. Okay, later on, once you build your understanding, then you can move with some, you can say, medium size data or small size data or huge size data. Okay, but you must have the understanding how these particular functionalities are working. Okay, and what I'm trying to provide you the different aspects, like say we can define the schema in this particular way as well. Okay, we are having different approaches, say in for schema DDL string programmatically approach, but we can define the schema with this particular approach as well. This is not recommended because it is going to take it as a long. So this is there but not recommended. Now moving with missing data handling. So first function what we are having, that is drop NA. Okay, so let me try to paste it over here. Okay, drop NA. So drop NA, what it will do, it will drop the null records or null values. Drop NA. Okay, so what you just need to do, syntax is very simple, df dot drop NA. Okay, so syntax, what it will be, df dot drop NA. This is the syntax in order to apply drop NA functionality. Just have a look. So let me remove this, comment this, and df dot drop NA, df dot drop NA. Okay, so drop NA and drop NA and say dot show. Okay, I can pass this particular outcome in another data frame, or I can list the output over here as well. So df dot drop NA. So what this particular functionality will do, it is going to drop those particular records which are having null values. Okay, so in our data set, what we are having null over here. So what it will do, it will drop this one, and with respect to the A's, we are having null value over here at the ID number for Naresh and null. Okay, so what it will do, what drop NA will do, it is going to drop these two rows, and then I will be getting 1 2 and 5. That will be the outcome. So just have a look. So two columns, two rows will be dropped. Okay, and you can take it in this way. Once you are going to mention drop NA, so it is going to drop all the rows which are having null values. So over here, okay, third and fourth record, okay, is having null values. So it has been, those particular records has been dropped, and what we are having null records. We are not having any null value over here. Okay.
So having one question
Hmm.
here, like we apply the drop NA function. Okay, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So remember in the first, the mode, like I forgot fail fast and drop, and like exact name I can't remember right now. So if
Mm.
we can apply the initial phase, it automatically remove all the errors. No need to go with the drop function. If we can put, remember the fail fast function and the third function is drop
No, 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 no.
normal.
You are taking two different things in one go, or you are mixing two different operations. You are mixing two different operations. Okay. Over here, what we are having null records. Over here, we are having null records. Okay. Values are not there. Say in space of this, none is there. In place of is, we are having none. Okay. But
Mhm.
what we have seen in JSON file, we are having corrupted data. Okay.
Okay.
Corrupted can be possible with respect to different stuff. Say JSON is going to take uh, same data type in each and every column. Okay, say age is there. So JSON is expecting with respect to the age column, we will be having the integer values. But say someone has given 30, THIRTY, 30, that is string value.
Mhm.
So that is
Mhm.
corrupted record with respect to the JSON file format. We are having certain data, and if you are going to mention 30 over here, it will work. So that is not a mall record. You're mixing
Mhm.
two functionalities.
Mhm. Mhm.
Are you able to get?
Yes, JSON, I got it. What you told, like suppose if example we are considering CSV, and CSV also observed the corrupted records. Sometime we can observe like so.
corrupted Corrupted records don't think in this particular way. Corrupted records think in this particular way. You are having corrupted file format.
Okay.
Okay, corrupted file format, like the symmetry is not as per expectation.
Mm-hmm.
The symmetry is
Okay.
not as per expectation. So
Mm-hmm.
you can think in this particular way. Say one file format is expecting one column as integer or string, then different data type is given. So that is nothing but corrupted. Certain comma, full stop,
Mm-hmm.
bracket is missing, that is nothing but corrupted record.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
Got it.
I
Got it.
have given certain JSON format. What I'm able to recall, schema, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. You already given one file to us.
Okay, so in that
JSON.
particular file, if you are going to change, uh, or you can say remove the comma and all or bracket and all, then that will be corrupted record. Okay, let me
Okay. Ji, okay.
JSON over here.
You given this one players file players. Yeah.
Players is nothing. So over here, just have a look. So it is expecting integer, but this particular xxx is given. That is nothing but the string value. So it will take it as a corrupted record. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And let me try to show you something else. I have given probably one schema as well. What I'm able to recall. Uh, hmm. Hmm. That is not there. Okay, let me try to show something. Okay, so this is like sample data. Okay, just have a look over here. So employee is there. Okay, employee, and inside the employee name is there. Okay, salary is there and married is there. If you remove this bracket, this is the corrupted format. Although like values are there, but it will be the corrupted. Okay, let me show you. Extract data from JSON file. JSON formatter. So what we are having, just have a look. Expected comma or bracket after properly value in JSON at position this, right? So it is showing what corrupted record. And if I'm going to place, okay, if I'm going to place this, so just have a look. Mhm. Why it is not converting it properly? Okay, so just have a look. This is, so over here dot was given, and it is going to take it. Previously this bracket was not there, so it was throwing error. I have mentioned this particular bracket. I know like dot is not there in JSON, so I have removed this dot as well. And now just have a look. Employee is there. It is having three records: name, Sonu, salary, and it is able to extract this particular data. Right? Right? Are you able to understand? Corrupted
Yes,
records or corrupted format?
yes, Ashok. Now,
Okay,
yeah, thanks.
perfect. So you were mixing two things. Okay. So what
Mm-hmm.
we have done, we have removed the NA records from this particular data set. Now, there might be a doubt in your mind, like over here, we have removed the records with respect to each and every column. Okay, say name column is having none and age column is having none. Okay, so what this particular drop NA is doing, it is going to check each and every column, and wherever null is there, it is going to remove that particular null value. Okay, but I don't want to move with dropping null records from each and every column. I just want to specify certain columns, like if null value is there, then drop that particular record. Rest there is no need to, you can say, drop. So what is the difference between drop NA and drop NA with subset? So over here, what I'm going to do, what the syntax, what it will be, drop NA, okay, drop NA, and inside this what I'm going to do, subset I'm going to define, and inside subset I'm going to specify the column. Okay, say I'm having if I'm having null value inside the name, then drop that particular one, and rest I don't want to drop the record. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to paste name over here, and I'm just willing to drop uh, the record which with respect to this particular column. If in this particular column I'm having null values, then drop that particular record, otherwise keep the records from the rest of the columns. Okay, so just have a look how it will work. Now instead of this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to mention drop NA and subset is none, and dot show I'm going to use over here. Okay, just have a look. So what it will do, it will drop the record number 3 that is having null value is none name. Okay, so rest like with respect to the Naresh, that is record number 4, that is going to keep that record. So you can specify the column which one you want to consider for dropping. Okay, so just have a look over here. So with respect to the record number 3, it has been dropped and the Naresh is there because we have not mentioned the age column over there. Okay, if you want dropping with respect to name and age, then like proceed with plain drop NA, otherwise you can utilize the subset clause. Okay, over here we are passing the column names as list. Okay, if you want like more columns, then mention those particular columns over here, and is going to consider that particular column name as well. Right, in subset I can specify multiple columns. It is not like say I'm willing to work with say name column only. I can specify multiple columns over here inside the subset clause. This is drop NA with subset. Fine.
Ashok,
Yes, 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 yes,
can,
yes.
can we do it with row wise as well?
No, 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 row wise it will not. Okay,
Okay.
how you will be able to perform it row wise?
Maybe some option of selecting the uh, uh, in option having we can select a column or row. Default option will be column
You
wise.
can use at that moment what you can do, you need to specify with van or filter clause.
Okay.
Okay, you can
Okay.
proceed with filter clause. Say filter this one if like this value is having null, then drop it, otherwise keep it. Okay,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
you can, but that is not recommended as well. Right,
Hmm. Hmm.
that is not recommended. Filtration, or you can say van clause. Okay, so basically what we are having, you can proceed if you really willing to have that particular stuff. Then what you can do, you can apply pivot over here. You know pivoting, so you can apply pivoting with respect to this particular file, and once you are having like rows as column, then you can take that particular column over here and apply this particular functionality. You can move in that particular way. Are you able to visualize?
Yes. Yes, Ashok.
Okay, pivoting, what pivoting is going to do, it is going to convert rows into column, right?
Okay.
Okay, so what you can do, you can apply, we are going to like take you are going to apply the pivoting, and what it will do, it will convert this particular name as a row, or as a, you can say row. Okay, then these particular values will be working as columns. Okay, So at that moment you can have check and apply, you can say drop any related functionality. Yeah. But those particular things will be based upon the use case, like how you are going to tackle. So there might be some easy approach in order to perform that particular operation. What I suggest, you come with one problem, okay, that I'm having this particular issue. Okay, try to identify the approach, like I'm willing to do in this particular way, and then we will finalize the code. Okay, say this particular approach will be best for this particular problem, right? We are having multiple ways to solve that particular issue, but first try to identify the problem. Then we will identify the ways to solve that particular issue. Okay, it might be possible like we are thinking in different directions, and some of the directions, okay, so some of the directions are not feasible as well, or it might be possible those particular operations what we are thinking are not utilized, are not feasible itself. Okay, so first we need to have a clear picture what we are willing to do, and then we can proceed with with writing down the code for that particular problem. Okay, and what I suggest friends, like writing the code is easy, but writing the logic is very tough. So I recommend to each and everyone, once you are having a particular problem, try to do it like how it can be done with Excel, or how, what are the different ways, or what are the different operations what we need to perform in order to get the outcome. Okay, so let me let me share one problem. So what we are having inside the PySpark uh, 3.2. Okay, so we are not having mode functionality. How to calculating the mode from a particular column, no functionality is available in PySpark. In 3.5 we are having this particular functionality, mode. Okay, we are having a direct function, we will be going to apply onto the data, and we will be able to get the mode of the data set. But if this particular functionality is not available, you need to write down the function manually. You need to write down your own function for calculation of mode. Okay, at that moment, what is the mandatory stuff? You must have the understanding how to calculate the mode of a given data set. What are the different things? So you just need to calculate, say, number of records, then you need to divide the sum of all the records by total number of records. Okay, so in this particular way, so there are different steps. So first try to write down the steps that you need to take in order to calculate the mode. Okay, now with respect to the given data set, once you are having the understanding about all the steps that you need to take, then start writing the code for that particular problem. At that moment you will be able to write down the code, because at each and every step you will be having the visibility that this will be the outcome after performing this particular operation. If you start blindly for calculating the mode and you are not having the clarity about the steps that you need to take, things will not work. You will never be able to write down the code for that particular simple problem. Okay, so what I recommend, try to identify the problem, then how to solve that particular problem. You need to list down the steps. Okay, and then move with writing down the code. Identify the functions which are required in order to get the output. Okay, it might be possible whatever you are thinking that is not feasible. Okay, like I want to have I want to I want to dig a well and I want to drink water. That is not feasible. Huh? Okay, so try to have a clear picture of the problem and then proceed accordingly. Huh? Okay, so might be whatever you are thinking that is feasible one as well. Huh? But we must have the understanding about the problem, and definitely if the problem is clear and we are okay with the output, definitely we will be able to solve this. Huh? Nothing is there that can't be solved. Huh? Okay, if we are having a valid problem, then it can be solved. Huh? Okay, so that is nothing but drop an a with subset. Huh? We just need to specify the columns and we will be able to drop the records we are where we are having null values. Huh? Okay, now
One more query, Ashok. In drop NA. Can we do specify the number of NA values, like then we can drop the specific column,
specific
like
columns we
some
have mentioned the
like,
columns. Huh?
no, number of null values. Suppose 10 value having only uh, more than 10 values, then only it will delete.
Uh, uh-uh. Okay, so at that moment, what you can do, you need to filter the data. Okay,
Okay, okay.
so
I
filter
will try
apply.
and then I will get back to you. Okay, no
Okay,
issue.
so filter where ID is less than say 500. Okay, or what you can do, because over here say what the functionality say I'm willing to drop the null values from the name column. So what I can do, I can insert a new column. Okay, I create a new column. Okay, and I will be uh, we are having one, you can say, function that is monotonically increasing IDs. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to I'm going to add one column and uh, insert say one with respect to each and every null value in that particular column. Then what I will be doing, I'm going to add another column that will be having monotonically increasing IDs. Okay, and then I'm going to filter. Okay, monotonically increasing IDs, what it will do, it is going to increase like once we are having the required value, it is going to insert one. If we are not having that particular required value, then nothing will be there. So we can utilize monotonically increasing ID in that particular way. Okay, and then we can filter. Say I just want to have uh, this much of monotonically increasing idea from that particular column. Say I'm willing to have 500 values only. So what it will do, it will filter 500 null values from the given data frame. Say you have filtered 20,000 records which are having 500 null values. Okay, now 500 null values are there. At that moment you can apply this particular drop NA functionality, right?
Right, Ashok. Right.
Okay, so you need to think in that particular way. Okay, you need to have flagging mechanism. Flagging mechanism is nothing but say inserting one column based upon the flags. Say if null value is there, flag is 1. If not, flag is if null is not there, flag is 0. Okay, that is nothing but content to the new column. Content for the new column. Okay, you can think in this particular way. Let me show you. So what will be the way? Say we are working on to say this particular column. Okay, what I'm going to do, first I'm going to insert, say if null is there, then one will be there. So with respect to this, one will be there. One, one, one. Okay. So I'm having these one with respect to these particular values. Okay, so 111 is there. When we are not having you can say null values, so it will be 0. Okay, it will be 0. Okay, so this is nothing but one flag we are having. Then second flag, what it will be? Monotonically increasing id. So at that moment, what we need to do with respect, we need to apply the condition inside the monotonically increasing id. If like we are having 1 over here, then it is going to increase it, otherwise it will remain same. Okay, so it will be 1 2 3. Then what I can do, I need to filter, like filter less than 100, less than 500. Okay, I will be having this much of null values only, and then I will apply drop na. So that will be normal functionality. Direct function is not there. Say if I just need to have if I just need to drop 500 null values or 100 null values, direct functionality is not there. You need to proceed by customizing the operation. Right, are you able to get? This is the normal functionality how we can proceed. Fine, is it clear?
Clear, Ashok, clear.
Perfect. Perfect. So what we have seen, with column renamed and drop na, drop na functionality. Moving further, what we are having another clause, that is drop duplicates. Drop duplicates. Okay, okay, so drop duplicates. Drop duplicates. So what I will do, I will just df dot drop duplicates. Okay, and if we are moving in this particular way, what it will do, it will drop all the records which are having duplicate values. So it is going to provide the same output, because like duplicate records are not there. Okay, so we are not having duplicate values, so the outcome is same as the input. 1 2 3 4 5 and 1 2 3 4 5. We are having, although like the numbering and all it has been changed, but the outcome is same. Okay, we are having all the records. So what I will do, I will try to create some records, duplicate records manually. Let me copy this one and paste it over here, and with respect to this one as well, and I will change it a little bit. Okay, so 3 none 38, Gaurav 36, Gaurav 36. So now what this particular drop duplicate will do, it is going to check each and every record. Okay, each and every value. Say 2 is duplicate. Okay, perfectly fine. Gaurav is duplicate. Okay, that is fine. 36, it is duplicate. So if a row is duplicate with respect to the another row, it is going to drop that particular record. Just have a look. And over here what I have done, 3 is there, like this particular record, and the age has been changed. So this particular record is not duplicate. This particular record is not duplicate. The Gaurav one, the second record is duplicate, because each and every column is having the same value. With respect to each and every column, this particular record is having same value. Okay, so it is going to drop this particular record. This is working in the distinct way. Like if you are going to calculate the distinct, so with respect to the distinct clause is going to provide you the distinct records from the given data set, unique records from the given data set. Okay, so just have a look. From this particular data set, the Gaurav one has been dropped and the 3 is there because the age is not, you can say, duplicate. Age is not duplicate with respect to this particular record. So it is kept over here. Now, what you can do, you can customize this particular operation with subset. Okay, you can utilize subset over here, and with the subset you can customize that. You just want to have uh, the unique functionality or distinct values from with respect to this particular column only. Okay, so you can specify a column, and based upon that particular column it is going to provide the distinct values. Okay, that is not like say you are going to check with all the records in a given data set. Okay, let me show you. So what it will do, what this particular clause is doing, subset, drop duplicate, and this is the way drop duplicate dot show syntax. Drop duplicates with subset. So drop duplicate with subset. You can specify the subset over here. Okay. So it is working in the same way. Subset say with respect to name. Okay. So subset. So we are willing to work with respect to subset. Okay. So subset, instead of subset we can, let me try to check. What is the syntax for this? Subset. Subset is there. Drop duplicate subset. Okay, so subset, and what we are having subset name. So with respect to name, I just want to drop the duplicate values. Just have a look. First, let me comment this. So you can specify one column or multiple column by passing as a list. Okay. So with respect to that particular column, it is going to drop the duplicates. Just have a look over here. So previously, what we are having duplicate value. Say Gaurav is duplicated record over here and null is duplicate record over here. So what it will do, it is going to remove the duplicate one with respect to the name column. Okay, so one Gaurav has been removed, one null has been removed, and rest record are kept same. Okay, so you can specify one column, multiple columns. Say if you are willing to proceed with age as well, and say if any person is having duplicate age. Okay, if age is duplicate over here, that is going to be removed from this particular data set. Let me show you. Say Naresh, okay, null. Say Rohit is having 37 now. Let me check. Let me try to do Rohit. So Rohit age is 37. So this particular one record will be dropped, one duplicate record with respect to Rohit, with respect to say age, it will be dropped now. Okay, age and A is capital one. Okay, and let me do the execution. So you can pass multiple columns over here inside the subset, and the logic is going to take those particular columns, and if duplicate records are there in that particular column, those particular duplicate records will be dropped down. Just have a look over here. So it has not removed 37. Can I proceed in this particular way? Mm-mm. 37 is repeated over here. I am expecting that this 37 will be 137 will be dropped. How many 37 are there? Only two 37s are there. If one more 37 is there, let me try to keep. Let me try to validate it. Okay. So now I got the functionality. Right. So what this particular subset will do now, if duplicate values are there, it is going to check one column. Okay, and based upon this, like if duplicate values are there, it is going to remove. Now it is going to, if I am going to mention in this particular way, okay, name and comma age. Okay, so what it will do, I'm taking it in different way. Okay, I was taking in different way. So if the name and age is duplicate, okay, into this particular data frame, then that particular record will be dropped down. If this particular columns are having duplicate values. Now just have a look. With respect to this, if say 37 is there and say it is going to do what? It is going to check, it will be going to check two columns, name and age. Okay, if name and age is having duplicate value, so it will be dropped, otherwise it will be there. So what I'm having over here, I'm going to check. So what I'm having Rohit 37 37 37. So name and age, these two columns are having same values. So although like the ID is there, ID, I think this one is the ID. Okay, ID is there, that is the first column. Although like the first column is having different records, but the functionality drop duplicate is going to check these two columns, and if these two columns are having duplicate values, okay, so it is going to drop. Now based upon age and name, it is going to check if duplicate is there, then it is going to remove. So from this particular data 1 to 3, this particular these particular records will be dropped because name and age, that is duplicate in this particular data set. Over here Gaurav 36, name 38, Naresh none, Vikas none. So these particular records will be there. Just have a look. Okay, so I was taking it in different way, but the actual functionality is like this. Okay, 1 2 3, those particular records will be dropped, and 3 4 5, that will be there. Based upon previously it was considering single column only. At this moment it is going to consider two columns. The functionality, just have a look over here. So Rohit is not there. With respect to the Rohit, like the duplicates has been removed, we are having the single record only. So duplicates have been removed. Okay, so based upon two columns it has checked. Now what we are having, we have to remove the duplicate. These two are nothing but the duplicate records. Are you able to understand? Is it fine with you all of you?
Yes,
Is
yes,
it
okay, all
fine?
good. Yeah, all good.
Perfect. Perfect. Rohit, Gaurav, Naresh, is it fine?
Fine, Ashok.
Fine, sir. Fine, sir.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Functionality is simple, but I was thinking in different way. Okay, so next function, what we are going to understand, that is fill NA. We have seen drop NA, drop duplicates. Now, if you are willing to fill the null values with some, you can say dummy value, so how you will be able to fill? Okay, so sometimes what we one case was there. Okay, so we were having some values, say CSSR 0. Okay, CSSR 0 was there. So like it is not possible that CSSR will be 0. Okay, okay, if either like it is, you can say 100%, or like if attempts are not there. Okay, so CSSR must be 100%. Like if calling attempts are not there, then it can't be 0. So it was an issue in in certain KPIs. So based upon that 0, like the overall CSSR of the circle was down. Okay, so there were almost 1,000 cells which were reporting 0 CSSR. Okay, so if like 0 is there, then definitely like it is an issue. So we have raised this particular issue. It was my Nokia days, with respect to my Nokia days. So we have raised this, and it was you can say changed inside the system. Like if 0 is there, then it will be reported as 100, and suddenly the CSSR of the circle was meeting. Okay, so how it was done, like the counter which were triggering, or the values which were reflecting, that were not, that were, those values were not correct. So we have corrected it by just you can say implementing, say if CSSR 0, then treat it as 100%. So the CSSR was you can say came in meeting state. So it might be possible, like your calculations, uh, what you are doing, those particular calculations are providing certain output, but that particular output might change your you can say visualization. Okay, that particular input or value might change the KPIs, overall KPIs. So you must have the understanding, like say if something is there, then it need to be changed. And from the coding perspective, how we will be able to do, say if some values are there, then we need to say apply fill na. Okay, if we are able to drop them, then that will also work, because those particular cells will not come in calculation. If those are not coming in calculation, that is perfectly fine. But if you need to to consider those particular cells, you are not willing to drop those particular cells for calculation, then change the values, and which that particular value must be with respect to the logic. Okay, so that is what I'm trying to say over here. Like you might have certain you can say situations where you need to change or fill a particular value with some dummy values, or uh, some other you can say values, or you need to say replace with another values. Okay, it might be possible some outliers are there. Okay, so you need to replace the outliers with mean value, median value, because if you are going to work with outliers, then you will not be able to get the clear picture. Okay, so you need to either drop those particular outliers, or change the values of those particular outliers with different you can say functions. We are having a lot of functions. We will be learning those particular things as well, like how to replace the values with mean, median, mode, and all. Okay, we will be learning those particular stuff. But at this moment, like how to fill the blank records na values with some defined, or you can say known values or unknown values. Okay, so we are having fill na functionality over here inside the Spark. With the help of that, you can fill the na values. Okay, it might be with respect to the numerical values or alphanumerical values. Say name is missing, so what you can do, instead of na, you can place unknown over there. If say age is not missing, age is missing, so you can fill age with say 30, that is the average is what I can say. So it depends upon the use case, or the value which we are taking as input, and that is going to replace the null value. So with the fill na functionality, we will be able to replace or fill the null values. So let me show you fill na. Let me comment this, and it's very simple. You just need to mention fill na df dot fill na. Okay, and fill na, and what you can do, you just need to mention say column name over here, and say name. If name is missing, I have mentioned name. If something is missing inside the name column, then what you can do, you just it is going to take as a key and value pair. Okay, so if name is missing, say unknown name, no name or name is missing, whatever. Okay, key and value pair. So this is name is a key and value is unknown. Okay, with respect to say the second column, that is age. So age is the second column, this is the key, and value is say 30. I'm going to change the, if like something is there, so, or null value is there with respect to the age column, I'm going to change it with you can say 30. Let me remove these and unwanted brackets dot show. Okay, and just have a look. Fill n name, if name is missing, so unknown name, it will be printed. And if we are having null values with respect to name, so it is going to change, it is going to replace it with 30. Okay, just have a look. Unknown name, and I think Naresh, the name, the age was missing, it is coming as 30. Okay, so what we are having, we are having fill n. So if it is with respect to the single column, mention the single column. If you are having multiple columns, you can place multiple columns over here. Okay, so that is fill n functionality. Just have a look and ask if you are having any doubt.
No, so
Is there any?
all okay.
Mhm.
No, all
It's
good.
very simple. Very simple.
Uh, yes, it seems simple, but if we let's say, if we are entering in the
Okay.
practical scenario, let's see.
Hmm. You need to identify, you need to fix one data set, and try to apply all of these operations onto that particular data set. Like we are having say this BBH1. Okay,
Hmm.
so you just need to keep on molding this particular data set, and soon we will be going to calculate the mean, median, and mode. So based upon this particular data, we will be able to calculate mean, median, mode. In the same fashion, you just need to calculate, you need to have a one data set, and you need to have the understanding about that particular data set. Because like if you are having data set with respect to your domain, you will be having better clarity, and you will be able to correlate, like what I'm going to do, what is my expectation. Okay, how I will be able to improve the output. Okay, ultimately we are going to ease the life in order to have the analysis, from the you can say RF perspective, RF engineer perspective, from the data scientist perspective, or from the data engineer's perspective. We are going to make the life easy of different persons, and software are built in such a way that like the time or the latency is minimized. Okay, okay, so each and every software is having this particular uh, goal. These are going to automate the stuff, and automation is going to decrease the latency. Okay, over here, as we are working on huge data, say big data, so our motto is to process huge amount of data with low latency. But who are working with small data, they are also having the same goal. Okay, they will be able to analyze small amount of data and minimize the latency and automate the stuff what is going to do. Or in another word, all the software are designed in such a way that they will be able to reduce man hours or reduce manpower. Okay, so that will remain there. Software are designed to reduce the manpower. Okay, we need to think in that particular way, how we will be able to have the better analysis, and how the manpower will be reduced, how the cost will be reduced. Okay, and try to utilize the cost keyword. Try to utilize and try to use this cost keyword during the interview as well. Once you will be facing the interviews, try to focus onto the cost part, because at your experience the interviewer will be thinking that the betterment, what betterment he will get in order to reduce the cost from your side. Okay, so cost is in terms of latency as well, in terms of infra as well. Okay, in terms of effective usage of the resources as well. Okay, in terms of analysis as well. So try to use the cost keyword and try to have a focus of the cost as well. Like how you will be able to have the analysis. Say you are working onto the data set with one function that is providing you the outcome in say 4 minutes. How you will be able to reduce it to 40 seconds? What are the other functions? Okay, where the time is consumed in this particular function. Okay, is there resource challenge, is there code issue, do I need to optimize the code, do I need to have some other techniques which will fasten the processing and all. So you need to have the focus of the cost as well. Okay, so huh hmm. Okay, so what we are having, we can do this function with when clause as well. Okay, fill n fill n fill na or fill na functionality. So fill na functionality, it is looking like this. It's very simple over here, like with one line of code we are able to replace. Now what else we can do, we can have the custom logic and all. Okay, so say I'm having what I'm going to do, using when and otherwise. So it will be a little bit complicated stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a column. Okay, df dot with column. Okay, so df dot with column, and I'm having say the column name. So I'm going to create the column name with name only. Yeah. Okay, this is the existing column name. Okay, I'm going to pass in this particular column only. Now when df and the column name, when df this column name dot is null. Okay, when I'm having null record in this particular column, so what it will do, it will provide me unknown value or unknown name. Unknown name, unknown name. Okay, unknown name, otherwise dot otherwise what it will be, otherwise the same stuff will be there. Otherwise this one, and I'm going to repeat this. Okay, dot with column, and the name is say age. If I'm going to create a new column name age, it is going to check the age. If age is null, then it is going to provide me 30. Okay, otherwise the name what it will be age only. Okay, let me try to copy. It's very simple. Seems a little bit typical, but it's very simple. And let me try to to visualize it in a better way. And let me explain now. So over here, what I'm doing, I'm creating a new column name, okay, with the name itself. And what will be the content of name? The content of name, what it will be, uh, when df name column is null, it is going to check this particular column from this particular df. Okay, and what when it is going to identify when it is going to find the value null, okay, is null or is not null. We are having two functions, is null, is not null. So when it is null, okay, when the value is null, then it is going to replace it with unknown name. Otherwise name will be there. So whatever the content, so you can think in this particular way. Okay, so over here what we are having, we are having name column. So it is going to check name, it is going to create a new column name. So name, so what will be the content of name when name is null? So when this is null, so it is going to replace it with unknown. Otherwise what will be the content of this column? The name column. Okay, so otherwise the content will remain same. Whatever it is available over here, same will be given to this name. Okay, then second one, I'm going to create a new column with name is, and when the age is null, so then it is going to replace it with 30. Otherwise whatever the content is available, it is going to provide that particular content only. So we can do it in this particular way as well, and we will be getting the same output. Just have a look. Dot show, we have not applied dot show. Dot show. Okay, so dot show. Let me start the execution. I know you will be having one doubt. I will discuss about that as well. You might be thinking that the name is already available and why we have created the name column. So we are able to get the same output, right? Is it? Okay, so let me, guys, are you there? Name one
Yes, 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 we are here.
is one, is one. So let me do the execution. Now you will be having the better clarity. So I'm going to create two new column name one and age one. So what will be the output? I will be getting the five columns in the output. ID, name, age, name one and age one. Okay. Okay, just have a look. So ID, name is name one and age one. Okay, so with respect to the name one, what it is doing? It is checking the name column. If it is null, then unknown. So if over here we are having null, so unknown. Otherwise, if null is not, if is null is false, so whatever we are having over here, that will be given to over here. Otherwise df name. So if null is there, then we will be having the data unknown name. Otherwise name is there. Okay, so same stuff is available over here. If null is there, then it has provided unknown over here. Otherwise whatever the data in name column, that is given to name1. Same thing is with A's. If null is there, so it is going to replace it with 30. Otherwise, whatever is available in A's column, that is given to Age1. But over here, we are having 4 columns. What is the use of 4 columns? Okay, what is the use of 4 columns? So what I can do, whatever is the calculation, I'm just going to pass it with the existing column only. I'm going to create the new column, but with respect to this particular functionality. This is new column basically. It is created based upon this particular function. Okay, so there is no need to have these 2 columns. I don't want, it is going to provide me 2 unwanted columns in this particular data set. Okay, and that is not required at each and every state. At each and every stage, I'm willing to to move with the required data set only. So keeping these 2 columns is not required over here. That's why, like, what post calculation, I have given the same name. Okay, so that is the stuff. Now just have a look and ask if something is there in your mind. Is it fine? Any doubt, any confusion? Gaurav, Vikas, Rohit,
Fine,
Naresh,
Ashok. Ashok,
interesting.
Yes.
I have one query in fill NA values. How can we
Mm-hmm.
put mean value rather than putting a normal value in
No
each
need
column?
to, don't run too fast.
Okay, okay,
Things are there in pipeline. No need to worry.
okay, okay.
It's my duty
So,
to give you the insight. We will move step by step. Okay. At
okay.
this moment, we try to fill with with some customized value. Okay. In the next step, we will be filling it with mean, median, mode. Right?
Okay, fine so far.
Okay. So those are straightforward operations. Mean of this and mode of this, mean of this and min of this, max of this. Okay, so we will be able to fill with that particular stuff. Average, okay, mean, average. So we will be having different operations. No need to worry. We will be moving step by step, and you will be able to digest each and everything. Okay, so over here we have performed the same stuff, but with when and otherwise clause. Okay. Okay, so I think that's all for this particular session. Okay, and in the next session, what we will do, we will be moving with joins. Okay, how to perform the joins and all onto the different data sets. And we will be having, like, slowly we will be like moving towards the advanced side. Okay, and then we will be like working with different data frames, then performing these particular operations. In the next session, we will be trying to write the output as well. And while writing, we will be having some write modes. Okay, in which format we need to save, partitioning, bucketing, those particular stuffs will be available in our next session. Okay, so in next session, what we will do, we will perform the joining, and then we will try to write our output. Okay, then, like, our major focus is to it will be towards the processing side only, but first time we will be trying to write the output uh, onto the disk with standard data write API. Yeah, so joins and write API we will discuss in our next session. And then we will be having some more, you can say, operations or transformations on top of the data. And slowly we will be moving towards the optimization techniques. We will be having different optimization techniques and all. Okay, so we will be discussing those optimization techniques and all which are required in order to minimize the latency. Okay, so that's it. I will share one assignment with you all. So try to work on to that particular assignment. By tomorrow EOB, you will be having that assignment. Okay,
Okay,
fine.
fine, Ashok.
Yeah, fine, Ashok. Ashok,
Mm-hmm.
can you, okay, you can stop the recording. Then after that, I will ask.